Yes, sister.
Thank you. So that's a very nice song, that the bestower of blessings, who is always showering the blessings on his children. And that's a very relevant song for today's Murli that we are going to read today. It is the Murli of 27th of January 1976. And the heading of the Murli is Three Elevated Godly Blessings. Today, Baba is asking us, have you all attained all the three blessings from Bab Dada? The main three blessings that are ever healthy, ever wealthy, and ever happy. So Baba is saying, what is the proof that you have attained all three blessings? The soul who have attained these blessings, they will be constantly happy, and because they are always fulfilled, contented, and ever happy, they will constantly donate their happiness to entire world, to all the needful souls, through their words, their actions, and their thoughts. They would always become the bestower of happiness and remover of the sorrow for the world, Dukhaharta or Sukhakarta. The souls who are always happy, they will radiate their happiness through their spiritual glance of just 1 second, because we know the world is not looking for too much. They are too much entangled in sorrowful life that they only want just one glance of a spiritual or a divine being, and the ever happy souls will radiate that happiness with their glance, with their one word of divinity, one word of encouragement. They will make feel others also happy. Even the soul is too much sorrowful or experiencing extreme sorrow throughout their life, they will feel that happiness in the presence of ever happy souls. So Bab Dada wants us to check what stage we have attained, which blessings we have taken from Bab Dada. Have we taken all of them, or anything is missing? So while reading this Murli, we will contemplate inside with our own selves what is lacking, what is it that we still need to attain, or have we attained everything, then how we are going to sustain that attainment. So now let's jump into the Murli. The title of today's Murli is Three Elevated Godly Blessings. Today, the oldest and the new children are pleased to claim their birthright of celebrating a meeting in their original home, their corporeal sweet home, Madhuban, the heavenly ashram. Seeing such happy souls and seeing the attainment and fortune of those souls, Bab Dada too is happy. So Bab Dada is also happy while seeing the happy souls, that the souls who have attained the fortune from Bab Dada. Just as the children are happy, just as the children are happy when they receive an inheritance from their father, that is, they are pleased. In the same way, Bap Dada is also pleased to see the last and so fast effort makers deeply engrossed in the love of making intense effort. So when we are making intense effort, even though we got Bab Dada, or we found, or I would rather say Bab Dada found us at the very last stage of this drama, world drama. Still, if we are making fast efforts, if we are making intense efforts, Bab Dada is very happy to see such souls who are going to become last so fast. And sometimes Baba also says fast to first, who are the extremely intense effort makers. There is no numbers are certain into the into the rosary. Baba used to say that as well. That if you make fast efforts, you can also come first. So Baba is very happy to see such souls who are making intense efforts. They are constantly the faces and the personalities of those who are making fast efforts are like those of the Father. They are constantly visible as spiritual. There is not any thought or awareness other than of the spirituality. That is, all the powers that are attained from the Father are visible because they're making intense efforts and they're making very fast efforts. So each and every thought will be of spirituality only. In their every look, the spirituality to take every soul beyond with a glance is always visible. In order to attain such an elevated stage, you must constantly remember two things. So how we are going to attain such stage? Consider yourself to be an immortal image, Akal Murat. And second, constantly consider yourself to be a Trikaldarshi image, Trikaldarshi Murat. The incorporeal stage is to be seated on the immortal throne and to be an image of immortality. This is the incorporeal stage which help us to attain this. In the corporeal Karma Yogi stage, you are a Trikaldarshi image seated on the Father's heart throne. So in immortal stage, you are seated on the immortal throne, and in corporeal Karma Yogi stage, you are a Trikaldarshi image seated on the Father's heart throne. Before putting any thought into practical form, check these two things. Are you stable in both the forms, so in incorporeal form as well and in corporeal form as well? Are you seated on both the thrones and are you stable in both these two forms? By having this awareness, you will automatically become an embodiment of power. That is, you will experience health, wealth, and happiness at every moment. So, when you are stable, seated on these two thrones, and stable in these two forms at a time simultaneously, Baba says you will become the embodiment of power, which means you will experience.
Om Shanti Yogita Ben, can you unmute yourself?
Hello,
Sister, you were on mute.
am I audible now?
Yeah.
Sorry, there was some technical issue. I was just disconnected for a while. I'll just read the last sentence once more. Before putting any thought into practical form, check these two things. Are you stable in both forms, incorporeal and corporeal? By having this awareness, you will automatically become an embodiment of power. That is, you will experience health, wealth, and happiness at every moment. So this will gives us, or this will help us to attain health, wealth, and happiness. Even if the suffering of karma through the body may be bigger than a crucifix, by constantly considering yourself to be a detached observer, you will not be influenced by the suffering of karma. So even if your karma is, or the suffering that you have, that you are experiencing is much bigger, but if you consider yourself a detached observer, you will not get influenced, or you will not experience the suffering of your karma. Even though there is suffering, there will be very less sorrow or feeling of that suffering. You will not be able to feel it. The intensity will reduce because you are becoming the detached observer and seeing your karma as well as a detached observer. You will not feel the suffering of your karma. All the suffering of karma will be experienced as a throne rather than a crucifix. Just like in Hindi, Baba says, "Suli se kata ban jayega." So the intensity of that suffering will reduce. The happiness of being free from the suffering of karma for birth after birth in the future become the medicine to settle the suffering of this karma. How we will be able to feel that? The happiness that in future we are going to be free from the suffering of karma, because the future births, the 21 birth of golden age, we are not going to face any suffering of karma. So that happiness will help us to reduce the intensity of the current suffering that we are having due to the karma that we have done into the past, because we are clearing the past karmic accounts as well for last 63 births. So that intensity will reduce with the happiness that we are going to free from all this cycle of suffering of karma into the future. The happiness of being free from the suffering of karma for birth after birth in the future becomes the medicine to settle the suffering of this karma. Happiness becomes the nourishing medicine. Khushi ki khurak, like Baba used to say in Hindi. Now check yourself. Do I remain constantly healthy? Have I attained the blessing of being ever healthy? Have I attained all three blessings of being ever healthy, wealthy, and happy from the Father, the bestower of blessings? So Baba now wants us to check that have we attained everything, or is there anything lacking? Just check what is our stage. And Baba is also giving the proof that if you have attained, what will be your practical, what you can say, what will be your experience, what you will feel, or how you will feel in your day-to-day routine. That will be the proof that you have attained all three blessings from Bab Dada. By being influenced by any type of illness of Maya, you are not losing your inheritance of being ever healthy all the time. Are you? So Baba is asking, are you losing your inheritance because you're getting influenced by the illness of Maya, any kind of illness of Maya? Are you losing your inheritance, or you have attained it forever? Check with yourself. Have you received the blessings from the Father of being ever wealthy? That is, of being full of the treasures of all powers. Do you experience yourself to be a master of all treasures? So what are the treasures? All the powers, all the virtues that Baba has given us. It's not about the physical monetary treasure. It is the treasure of powers, treasure of virtues that we received when we became the Brahmin. That is There is a praise, nothing lacking in the treasure store of the deities. अप्राप्त नहीं कोई वस्तु देवताओं के खजाने में. This is the praise. But the praise of the Brahmins is even more elevated than that of the deities. And what is the praise of the Brahmins? No power is lacking in the treasure store of the Brahman. अप्राप्त नहीं कोई शक्ति ब्राह्मणों के खजाने में. So do you experience yourself to be ever wealthy in this way? So all the powers that you have attained, are you able to experience that you have achieved, or every power is full-fledged into your store? And how that will be knowing, how can we say, what would be the proof? We will be able to use the power when it is needed. When I want to use the power of tolerance, I will be able to use it at the very moment, not after the scene is done or the situation is over. Then I will remember, oh, I should have been done in this way, but I did it in the other way around. So if I am able to use the power at the very moment, that is the proof that every power is full into my treasure store. And that is the proof that I am ever wealthy, the way Baba wants us to become ever wealthy. As well as being ever wealthy, do you also experience yourself to be ever happy? That is, constantly happy. If you do not have an attraction to matter or to Maya, you can then remain constantly happy. This is the direct, what you can say, it's a checkpoint, checklist, like we used to check the points in our day-to-day routine or even in our work, that everything is done properly. So this is a checkpoint. If you do not have an attraction to matter or to Maya, matter, anything that is materialistic, position, penny, money, places, food, anything, relations, anything that is materialistic. If you do not have an attraction to matter or to Maya, you can then remain constantly happy. Those who are constantly happy always have just one thought in their awareness: I have attained that which I wanted to attain. There is nothing left to attain. पाना था सो पा लिया, पाने को अब कुछ भी नहीं रहा. Everything that I wanted, I have achieved. What would be the sign of those who remain stable in such a thought? That is, those who remain ever happy. So I was saying, what is a sign or what is a proof that you are ever happy? Those who remain constantly happy would constantly continue to donate happiness to all souls through their thoughts, words, and deeds, because they are contented, they have full-fledged, they have abundant happiness, so they can donate it. They will always donate the happiness to the souls who are in need through their words, through their actions, and even through their thoughts. They would always be remover of sorrow and bestower of the happiness, like Father, Dukhaharta, Sukhakarta. The same as the Father to any soul, and constantly experience themselves to be the emperor of the land without sorrow. So they will become the bestower of happiness to the other souls, and for themselves they will become the emperor of the land without sorrow. That is Begumpur ke Badshah. They do not have anything to worry because they have achieved everything. They have attained everything. When people are worrying about things, when they want to achieve something, I want this, I want that, how I am going to get it, or when I will be able to achieve this. But the one who is contented, achieved everything, will have no worry of anything. So they will become Begumpur ke Badshah. An emperor means a bestower. An emperor means a bestower. Through the vibrations of every thought of a soul who remains happy in this way, through their spiritual glance of 1 second, through 1 second's connection, and through one word, any unhappy soul who is experiencing sorrow would experience themselves to be happy and joyful. Only the presence of a happy soul will make feel others happy and joyful. Their one glance will help others to encourage themselves or to feel happiness or to come out of their sorrowful environment. That's how they will become the what you can say. That's how they will become the server. They serve the world in this way. The duty of such a soul would be to give happiness and receive happiness. Just as people are happy on seeing their worthy king, in the same way, no matter how much sorrow a soul would be experiencing on seeing an ever healthy, wealthy, and happy soul, that soul would experience happiness no matter how much sorrow a soul is experiencing in his life, going through a lot of situations. But just like in earlier days when king used to come in front of his subjects, people used to get happy by just seeing, by just one glance of their king. Just like that, this one glance or one word of a happy soul will make others happy, help them to come out of their sorrow, no matter how much sorrow they are experiencing at that moment. A soul without attainment would being would begin to swing with happiness on seeing a bestower. A soul without attainment would begin to swing with happiness on seeing a bestower. The soul who is the bestower of happiness, just by seeing him, the other souls will swing into the happiness. Khushi ke jhoole mein jhoolna. They will experience that extent, the happiness. Do you experience yourself to be like this? Do you experience yourself that you are the one who is helping others in this way? Are you children of the bestower, the same as the bestower, the same as the father, or are you like the devotees who take? Now ask yourselves. Baba is asking, check within yourself. Are you the one who are the bestowers like father, who are giving, or are you the one like devotees who are taking? Or do your receiving and giving takes place at the same time? You have to receive so that you can give the treasure. You have to receive so that you can give. The treasures are for distributing and for the world benefit. So why you need to take from the Father to give, to share with the world, and all these treasures are for the benefit of the world, for the distributing. So at every second, as well as being those who receive, also be the bestowers who give, because only then would you be called world benefactor. Because if you take it and you are able to give it, then only you will be called as a world benefactor, Vishwa Kalyanakari. So check your count of receiving and giving. Are you taking as much as you have to take? And along with that, are you also giving as much as you should be giving? Are you receiving and giving simultaneously and equal? So Baba is asking, check within that what are we doing, or what is my takeaway here? Am I taking only from Baba, or I'm also able to give others as well. Because if I'm taking abundance, and if I am first full-fledged, if I am not in my situations, entangled in my situations, then only I will be able to share and give others what they need. So am I only taker, or am I also a giver? Am I taking how much I want and how much I want to give? Am I taking that much that after fulfilling myself, I'll be able to give others? Are you receiving and giving simultaneously and equal? Only such world benefactors can become the world emperors. Do you understand? So the one who is going to be the emperor into the golden age is the soul who is giving in this age, who is a world benefactor in this confluence age. Do you understand? That's how Baba is asking. So to such great donors who make all souls full of all attainments, to those who make beggar soul into those who have a right, to those who make weak souls powerful, to the ever healthy, wealthy, and happy, most elevated souls, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Om Shanti. That was a very short Murli, but quite powerful Murli. Now we'll have 2 minutes of silence, and then we will share our thoughts on today's Murli. Thank you. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So, anyone wants to share their takeaway points or the point that they like today much in this Murli? It's the very, it's a beauty of Baba's knowledge that if we focus on only one thing, even if we focus on just one virtue or one power, we will be able to attain everything else because things are interlinked, they are connected. So it's a beauty, it's the speciality of this knowledge that even you just think of one blessing that I want to become ever healthy, then everything else will just follow automatically.
Om
Yes,
Shanti,
and
I would like to share reflection today. It's a wonderful Murli, like any other Murli. Definitely, Baba has given a tip or a technique to be always ever healthy, wealthy, and happy through the three elevated blessings. One is to be Akal Murat, like in immortal's image,
mhm,
consider yourself to be an immortal image, which is very closely related to the Nirakari stage. incorporeal stage, isn't it? And
Yes.
second is the Trikaldarshi image, which is basically past, present, and future. When we are very certain that it's an elevated stage in all the three, so then
Yes.
there's no uh, scope for being unhappy. So there is a that's the Sakari Karma Yogi stage. Baba is
Yes.
saying when we play the role as an actor, then
Mm-hmm.
it's a Karma Yogi stage in a Sakar form. So
Yes, exactly.
both to be stable and every moment. So here the how to check, we will be detached observer. We will not be attached to any kind of a expectation from anyone or any kind of attraction from person, object, or
All the situations. Yeah, right.
favorable situation should come to me or favorable paristhiti should come to me, then I'll be happy. Unfavorable situation, I will not be happy. All those things I'll be
Mm-hmm.
detached from. So then, and second aspect is when I'm feeling every day, every day, every moment happy, healthy, and healthy, wealthy, and happy, then I will give to others. I will share these treasures with others so that Baba continues to give me,
Yes.
because that is the reason Baba is giving me, so that he wants to make me an instrument to give to others. That's, and in the process, I will anyway will be in that stage, but then it will always be beneficial to others also who are in and around me. Okay. Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Thank you, brother. Nicely putting entire essence of the Murli. Very nice. Thank you. Anyone else?
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti.
Whenever someone just comes to you and goes down to you, we always raise our hand, touch their head, and bless them.
Mm-hmm.
We bless them with whatever is lacking, or even when you're sending a greeting across to somebody. So even that word hello, which is given to somebody when we talk with, it's full of saying that may I wish him these things. And these are, we have seen throughout this, pillars of a good life. Can you be wealthy, happy? And they also add one more thing, for all this, you have to be wise. There are so
Mm-hmm.
many proverbs, health is lost, this is lost, or to say early to bed, early to this makes a man healthy, wealthy. We have seen, and we have also been taught in schools and colleges, and even later by our parents, to
Mm-hmm.
make our daily affirmations. How when we get up every morning, thanking God for a beautiful day, thanking God that this should happen, and at the end of the day also thanking God for the day which was. So, but what makes us happy? What makes us healthy? What makes us wealthy? So, if you come to the healthy, we will just try to say it, to make this body a temple. Let me
Mm-hmm.
let me take care of this mind. But what is true wealth? And if you see true wealth from a child to a person at 60, it is something absolutely different. But if I
Mm-hmm.
think everything is working out for me, life is so good, the universe is in my back, that is the way. But today in Murli, like as Mohini Didi had once shared in her lectures, Baba is giving us two backgrounds. One
Mm-hmm.
is the corporeal home, and the other one is Madhuban. And
Yes.
this is a new spiritual dimension where Baba is speaking not just of health, but holistic health. Then
Mm-hmm.
Baba is not just speaking about wealth, but what is true wealth. And not just happiness, going for a party, having fun with a friend. No, but what is real happiness? So we should very clearly first have a good definition of
Mm.
holistic health, true wealth, and happiness. And all this, if you see, as somebody rightly said, it's there in the soul, like Vibgyor, the seven colors, the seven
Right.
beautiful colors is the seven innate qualities of a soul. So
Yes.
if we go deep down into each of these colors, and nowadays it's become a science, this coloring and this. So if that we do, Baba says, gives the first example, I am a soul. I am an immortal image. I am an incorporeal soul in a corporeal body. One.
Mm.
Next, he says, I'm Trikaldarshi. Why does Baba say that? Pana to jo paliya sab kuch hai. I know what I was, what I am, and what I'll get. Everything is perfect. Jo bhi ho raha hai, sab kuch acha ho raha hai. If
Mm-hmm.
this background I take, then I am powerful. So for health,
Mm.
he says, think that, acha, it was just a crucifix ban gaya. What happened like that? But something, I thought I will lose my life, but I only lost my leg. And
Mm.
for the wealth, Baba says, I have given you treasures. You're the richest. What more you want? And for happiness, Baba says, nothing should attract you. No Maya should attract you. Only one Baba. If all this I have, I am Begumpur ke
Bacha.
Befikar Badshah. Then just one
Mm.
thought, one glance, 1 second, one word, I can give all this to the people of the world. Om Shanti.
Exactly, Om Shanti. We know we all have experienced this from dadis. When Dadi ji, any Dadi, be it Badi Dadi, be it Janki Dadi ji, be it Ratan Mohini Dadi ji, we know that when they just enter into the hall, we all experience this into the Madhuban. When they just enter into the hall, the entire environment, the vibration just lifts up. It just changes in such a way. They are not meeting everyone individually, person to person, but their vibration touches to each and every soul. And even being a BK, if we can feel that, just imagine the one who is extremely sorrowful in their life, having too much situations, facing a lot of problems, what they will get. And anyway, we know that they are not looking for too much, they just need one glance. That's what they do when they go into the temple in front of gods and goddesses. एक एक पल की दृष्टि, they just need one glance and they feel that every sorrow is vanished, everything is now fine and happy. So we have this experience, and this is what Baba wants us to become. It's not just Dadijis, but we are also equally responsible to share and to radiate such happiness into the world. Very nicely put in. Thank you, sister. Anyone else?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Yeah. Yeah, I rightly said this. So one, if they can remain happy and remain joyful, that itself is a great seva, because that when one maintains such stage, right? Like you rightly said about Dadijis, when they come onto the stage, they're that joyful and happy vibration attract all the people, those who are in that hall.
Mm, mm,
So that it's like a give happiness, and they are giving happiness and others are receiving it and experiencing it. So Baba says many souls experience that. And it's giving. So there is also another aspect I was thinking about giving. So it is very so for a couple of days, Baba's whether it is Sakar Murli or Avyakt Murli, everywhere Baba says give, 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 give. So there is happiness in giving, because it's important that one needs to understand, or experience the joy of giving, understanding one's needs, and then giving unconditionally. Uh, Sometimes, without expectation anything in return. When uh, there is, when there is expectation while giving, then it becomes conditional, right? And also
yes.
start thinking back in the mind what I am going to get in return. And when we
Mm,
don't get what we get in return, right, then again there is the feeling comes negativity, and negative feelings and thoughts. When we don't
right.
get there, the expectation comes. So that's why it is very important, when we become unconditional and then start giving, then the joy and the stage that we experience is really unlimited, and that's what the true happy joyful stage is. So
Yes,
today's
very true.
takeaway would be to check how much I have become a world benefactor and giving all this unconditionally. Om
Yes,
Shanti.
very true. Thank you, brother. I was just thinking when you mentioned that when we expect that, or sometimes it happens that when we are giving, we have a subtle expectation into subconscious. The reason behind that, what I think, or I just listen in one of the classes. I don't remember who was the person and who was the brother or sister I was listening to, but he or she, that person mentioned that when in Amrit Vela I get everything from Bap Dada, I do not need to expect anything from any soul in the world, because Bap Dada is the supreme soul who is giving everything, who have abundance of everything. So when I have fulfilling myself, I am contentful into the at the time of Amrit Vela, when I'm taking everything from Bab Dada, I do not need anything from any soul in the world. Instead, other than that, I will be able to give, and that's what you said, without expectation. So that can be happen when I am already fulfilled, so I don't need anything from anyone. I'm having abundance, I'm having much more than my requirement, and that is why I'm just giving and sharing, because I'm getting everything into Amrit Vela from Bap Dada. Then I'm fulfilled, I do not need anything. That's how we can, the way we can become unexpected, and we can become the one who do not have expectations from other. This is how we can become. If we fulfill ourselves from Bab Dada, we just don't need anything from anyone. We will become just like, just give and give and give. That was a very nice point he mentioned in that class, he or she, I don't remember, but that was a very nice point, that when you fulfill yourself into Amrit Vela, you don't need anything from anyone. Very nice. Anyone
Right.
else? Yeah. Yes. Anyone else want to share any point?
Om Shanti. I
Om
think
Shanti.
all three, this health, wealth, and happiness are interrelated. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
if you see, if we see swas in Hindi, then it comes as very clear that
Mm-hmm.
swast is nothing but swasthiti. And swasthiti is to be in the incorporeal stage, akal murat stage, immortal
Mm-hmm.
image. Then swasthiti is stable. Then the attainments of power from God, from the Father, is also warranted. It's guaranteed. It's assured.
Yes.
And
Right.
then, and with that power, you are happy,
Mm-hmm.
because being happy is a fallout of being powerful. When you feel
Mm-hmm.
powerful, now you will always be happy. You, when
Mm-hmm.
power means all attainments, all blessings from Baba you're receiving, then means
Yes.
that is a natural state of soul. But we are not sometimes we don't experience that happiness because we are not powerful that time.
Mm-hmm.
We are
Mm-hmm.
subservient to Maya or any attraction of person or object. So then that power, we lose the power that time, and it's basically because we are losing power. We are lacking power at that moment, so we are not feeling happy. So they are all
Yes.
related. Swast say so. Yani swasthiti means swast to the uh, sampannata, that is power, feeling
Well,
powerful.
yeah.
And then
Well. Mm-hmm.
Kushi is the final outcome of the first two. Okay, but
Yes.
the starting stepping stone is swasthiti. So if I'm not feeling powerful or not feeling happy, that means I'm not feeling happy means I'm not powerful. I'm not powerful because I'm not in my swasthiti. And why
Yes.
I'm not in my swasthiti? Because I don't have that awareness that who am I.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
All
Yes. Very true.
logically
It's
related.
like, yeah, it's like
Right?
saying
Yeah.
when you have something, only you can give. When you don't have something,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
cannot give.
And if
Right.
you are powerful, then only you can help others. If you don't have power of, say, there are 4, 5 types of power: Raj Satta, dharam satta and all that, no? That if you don't have, suppose for example, you don't have money in your account, how can you help a person who is financially deprived? He needs some help. I mean, just in a worldly example. Similarly, somebody who doesn't have love, he has not seen love. How do you spread love? How will he or she experience love from you? It will happen only when you are full of love. And full of love will happen only when you are powerful. Means your all accounts are full. I mean, of all these seven virtues. They're full. But that will become full when you are already always receiving from the Father. Supreme powerhouse. I think that's reflection. Om
Uh, for me, actually, sister, power has got a very different meaning. You know why? If suppose somebody is full, you can say an absolutely healthy person, an absolutely top to the world wealthy person, and a person who has never seen sorrow in his life. Okay, can we say he is full? Can we say to give, you have to really full? No. See, Baba, I remember when I was young, my father often used to say this one sentence for me to be happy. I complained of having no shoes. I complained of having no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. So I always think, oh my God, I've got something more than that. I'm so privileged. I'm so blessed. And when I see in the world, there are people, they have nothing below their torso. No lands, no legs, but what motivational speakers they are, sitting on the wheelchairs, totally they are this. How can they give that happiness and motivation to the world? What is it which feels the thing of giving? That's what even Baba is saying in this Murli today. It's your duty to give. And we are so blessed because Baba is telling us the real meaning of what is health, wealth, and happiness. What health I'm talking? How much did Mama suffer through her thing? But did we any time see her? She just took it as if it was a crucifix. We have our own examples in the Yagya. We have own examples in the world. And we know what is it. But still, like that Marish Chandana, we go out of that happiness. We go say, nay, I need this, I need this. So happiness is not there because I find I'm always lacking. Even though I have 100, if I want 100 rupees, I've got 99 rupees. I'm not happy with that 99. I want that 1 rupee more because I want to be a 100-member club. So I think it's all still relative. So power, I don't think you have to be full. Because I can never be. I'm already a person with nothing. I came nothing. I own nothing. I get, I give. I get, I give. That I feel, it's just an opinion of mine. Agar, if I have that in my mind, then I think I can keep giving. What is my health? What is my wealth? It's my tenor of the mind which should decide.
Very
Sit
true.
very much
Yeah.
bati.
Yeah, very nicely said that. Yes, brother. Yes, anyone else?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
I will check account of my receiving and giving. I will receive powers from Baba and share powers or vibrations to all.
Yes.
Should we move on to meditation?
Yes, I think we can start with the meditation if anyone has any further points to share. That was very nice sharing from everyone. Sister, can we have a song if possible? The song of Sada Khush Raho, because today's Murli is for the happiness. So we will end on the happy note with a nice song of happiness. So thank you very much for all your sharings, and let's have a meditation with this thought that how much I have attained, how much I am receiving, and how much I am giving. Just check with yourself and plan your day for giving others. And because now our time of receiving is almost done, we have completed today's receiving session from Bab Dada in our Amrit Vela. Now it's time to give. So start planning that as well. Thank you. Om Shanti.
सदा खुश रहो मुस्कुराते रहो सदा खुश रहो मुस्कुराते रहो खजाना खुशी का लुटाते रहो खजाना खुशी का लुटाते रहो गाते रहो गुनगुनाते रहो गाते रहो गुनगुनाते रहो मिलन प्यारे प्रभु से मनाते रहो मिलन प्यारे प्रभु से मनाते रहो सदा खुश रहो
अच्छा हुआ जो हुआ क्यों डरे अच्छा ही होगा फिक्र क्यों करें
अच्छा हुआ जो हुआ क्यों डरे अच्छा ही होगा फिक्र क्यों करे हर बात में सबका कल्याण है हर बात में सबका कल्याण है खुशी का मरम ये सुनाते रहो सदा खुश रहो मुस्कुराते रहो खजाना खुशी का लुटाते रहो सदा खुश रहो
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Nutita Bhan. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a wonderful day.
Thank